There's a lot of fear around at the moment. I'm sure it was ever thus. I imagine cavemen were pretty scared about being eaten. You've got to figure that the peasantry in the medieval times were pretty terrified of the local landlord turning up and lopping off a few heads in the village for non-payment of taxes. In 1992, before the general election, my grandmother said to me, if Neil Kinnock wins, it'll be like communist Russia. And coming from a woman whose parents experienced the forced evacuation of Jews from villages in the late 1800s, this fear was very real. Although I imagine her daily delivery of the Express, the Mail and the Sun probably didn't help. Now we get fear on 24-hour rolling news. Predatory paedophiles trying to kidnap our children. Swine flu silently picking off the weak and vulnerable. Radical Islamic fundamentalist terrorists plotting to blow up trains or buses or planes or pretty much transport generally. Maybe that's why they're so pissed off. They just want us to stop moving around. If the sooner we all stand still, the better. This is part of the reason I hate Nick Griffin as much as I do. Because he wants to spread that fear, telling us that Britain was better before mass immigration. Well, do you remember Britain in the 1960s? Aside from the Beatles, the rest of us were living in one of the most drab places in Europe. I mean, anyone who turned up adding a bit of colour to the place was okay by me. And you've got to figure that Nick Griffin likes a curry. He must do. He must. He's an English guy. He must like a curry. And if he does, then surely that is his entire political philosophy out of the window. Yeah, we've got to send all the Indians home, but not the chef from the Bombay Sapphire. He's a miracle worker. Now, the BNP won 2 seats at the last European elections, but things haven't all been going their own way. There was a recent court ruling that said that they had to accept membership applications from non-whites. Now, I can't imagine there'll be a huge upsurge of blacks and Asians wishing to join the BNP. Although I think it'd be funny, if there were so many membership applications, they had to outsource the work to a call centre in India. Hello, this is Sanjay, you are through to the BNP. But it's not just in this country where fear is being used as a political weapon. In the United States, Barack Obama is trying to get his universal healthcare plan through Congress and the Senate. And ranged against him are Fox News, political activists and right-wingers who hate Obama for his liberal views and his education, but mainly because he's a black man. Sarah Palin, the ex-governor of Alaska, has become the movement's de facto cheerleader, although obviously without the intellectual ability of a cheerleader. And she has called Barack Obama's universal healthcare plan downright evil. Universal healthcare is downright evil. Healing the sick, all of them, is downright evil. That woman is deluded. In fact, she is so deluded, she needs psychiatric help, which she should have to pay for herself. Of course, the healthcare debate is not really about healthcare. It's about crazy scared people telling us we should be scared too. And we are scared. We're scared of them. Let's face it, they're the ones with all the guns. Barack Obama should ignore them. I mean, these people had their go, and now we're all having to deal with the consequences. Barack Obama should look to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, another president of the United States, who in a very famous inaugural speech used the phrase, "We have nothing to fear but fear itself." Now, obviously, he'd never seen Fox News.